Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we have kind of a fun one in keeping with a little bit of a tradition that we've done around here, where we make 150 card piles that typically include Jin GITAXIAS, and then we try to win with them. A couple of the older iterations have been Jin GITAXIAS Prismatic Bridge, which is why we still have the Prismatic Bridge as our little deck cover there. But I've broken down the cards into a couple different piles, and this is an artifact-centric deck. So I'm just going to run through what the different piles do, and then we'll jump into the games. Once again, this is incredibly janky, obviously, so number one, don't craft. Number two, don't expect insane win rates or to be laddering with this list at all, but it is a good time. So jumping into the first pile, this is our kind of, and a bunch of cards do kind of similar things, by the way, but this is our kind of life gain pile. We have 3 Sunset Revelries, which is gain 4 life. If an opponent controls more creatures than you, create 2 1/1s. If they have more cards, draw a card. So ideally you're creating 2 1/1s, gaining 4 life, and drawing a card off of this. We have 2 Faithful Mending, which has flashback, so you can do it again for 3. It's gain 2 life, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. We have 2 Union of the Third Path, which is draw a card, you gain life equal to the number of cards in your hand. We have 1 Kayla's Command, which has a couple of modes. At sorcery speed, create a 2/2 colorless construct artifact creature token, put a +1/+1 on a creature you control, it gains double strike until end of turn. Search your library for a basic plains card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle, and then gain 2 life and scry 2. We typically use the last 2 for the plains, and then also for the scry and gain life, because making sure we hit our land drops is important with this list. We also have 1 March of Wretched Sorrow, which if we flood out can be a very good card to have. So then in the next pile we have our draw/tutor cards. We have 1 Dig Up, which is cleave, 1 2 black and a green. Search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. That's the cleave cost. If you just play it for the 1 green, you can just hit your land drop with it. We have 3 Joint Exploration, kicker green, it's 1 generic and 1 blue normally. Scry 2, then draw a card. If this was kicked, you can put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield, so it lets you kind of ramp your lands a little bit, as well as get that nice scry 2 and draw. We have 1 Diabolic Intent. This works with the Sunset Revelry as well as some of our other smaller creatures in the deck to tutor. Basically says, as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature, search your library for a card, put that card into your hand, then shuffle. So helps you find exactly what you need for the following turn. We have 4 Bitter Reunion. When it enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. For 1 mana, sacrifice Bitter Reunion. Creatures you control gain haste until the end of turn. And this is nice later on when we get into our bigger stuff. We have 3 Courier's Briefcase, which is when Courier's Briefcase enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token, sacrifice the briefcase, add 1 mana of any color, or for Wooburg, basically tap and sacrifice the briefcase and draw 3 cards. Since we play Domain, we are using this to draw 3 usually, a lot of the time. 4 Bankbusters. It's an artifact, and also it draws you cards. You know what this card does. 4 Fables, you also know what Fable does. Lets us cycle through the deck more with our discard up to 2 and then draw. Alright, this next pile is our removal, of which we have a lot. We have 2 Destroy Evil to hit enchantments and also Sholdreds. We have 2 Go for the Throats. We have 1 Infernal Grasp, 1 Tear Asunder, 1 Path of Peril, 3 Brotherhood's End, 1 Depopulate, 3 drag to the bottom, sorry, because we do play Domain, 3 Leyline Bindings because we play Domain, and 2 Farewells. This is our kind of like value artifact pile. So we have 4 Circuit Menders. Gives us 2 life when it enters the battlefield, and then when it leaves, we draw a card, which is nice. Celestis, we always want to be drawing cards with this deck. So Celestis, artifact, add a mana of any color, tap for 3, draw a card whenever day-night flips, you do it again. 3 Thran Spiders. This is a new one from Brotherhood's End, or Brothers War, wow. When it enters the battlefield, you and target opponent each create a tap Power Stone token, and then for 7, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You can reveal an artifact card from among them and put it into your hand. Most of the cards in this deck are artifacts, aside from like the removal and stuff, so you're going to hit off of this, and if you don't, you're basically just cycling like 4 cards from the top of your library to the bottom, giving you more of a chance to hit something next turn. We have 1 Timeless Lotus. It enters tapped, and then for tap you can add Wooburg, basically. This is good for ramp, obviously. We have one Joda's Codex because we're playing Domain. So it says it's an artifact for 5 mana, Domain 5, and tap, draw a card. Costs 1 less to activate for each basic land type among lands you control. So if you have full Domain, then this is 0 mana, draw a card, which is nice. We have 3 Mightstone and Weak Stones. You know what this card does. Basically lets you -5/-5, or draw 2 cards when it enters, and then you tap and add 2 colorless mana, which can't be spent to cast non-artifact spells. We have 1 Arcane Proxy. We can get this in for its prototype cost, which is 2 blue and 1 generic. Comes in as a 2/1, so we can play our 2 mana or cheaper spells. So we can recast Diabolic Intent onto the Proxy. We can cast Dig Up to make sure we hit a land drop. We can cast Sunset Revelry, etc. If we bring it in for the non-prototype cost at 4/3, we can cast things like Brotherhood's End again, Drag to the Bottom, Path of Peril, etc., which is nice. We have 3 Flesh Gorgers. This is not a new card to all of you, I'm sure, but prototype 1 and 2 black comes in as a 3/3. Menace and Lifelink Ward pay life equal to the Flesh Gorger's power. So this is just like a nice way to kind of stabilize the board and make the opponent have to deal with something, and if they don't, it gives you some nice life gain there. We have a pile here that's just kind of value stuff, not necessarily artifacts. So we have 3 Urza to meld with the Mightstone and Weakstone. Also makes all of our artifacts cheaper. We have 1 Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh, which says the first activated ability of an artifact you activate each turn costs 2 less to activate. And then for the +1, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact. -2 is target artifact becomes a target creature. If it isn't a vehicle, it has a base power and toughness of 4/4. So you can animate your Mightstones and Weakstones, for example, or your Power Stones. And then for the -6, get an emblem with whenever an artifact you control becomes tapped, you draw a card. Then we also have Karn Living Legacy, which is a Planeswalker. For +1, create a tap Power Stone token, -1, pay any amount of mana, look at that many cards from the top of your library, and then put one of those cards into your hand and the rest into the bottom of your library in a random order. -7 is you get an emblem when with tap an untapped artifact you control. This emblem deals 1 damage to any target. So this is nice just for getting the Power Stones out, and then you can also have a look through your deck with the -1 too. We have 1 Graveyard Shift. This is to get back our Flesh Gorgers, and then some of our fun later cards as well, sometimes at flash speed. We have 1 Cruelty of Gex. This is basically to tutor out a card on Chapter 2, and then also to get back something with Chapter 3. So typically, you're just going to play this on 2, but sometimes you want to play it on 1. It won us a game. Because we played it on 1, we took their main creature that they were going to cast, so situationally dependent, but all the chapters are good. Alright, and this pile is basically our win conditions. So we have 2 Jin GITAXIAS, because Jin GITAXIAS, #1, is very in theme with the deck we're playing, but also it actually synergizes. So it says whenever you cast an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, copy that spell. Everything in here is an artifact, an instant, or sorcery, except for Urza, and then the Planeswalkers, and the Cruelty of Gex, which is an enchantment. And the Bitter Reunions, I guess. But anyways, you may choose new targets for the copy. This ability triggers only once a turn. Whenever an opponent casts an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, counter that spell. Triggers only once. So it's basically a counter spell on the board, and then it lets you duplicate, say, your Bankbusters or any of your other artifacts. Herd Migration, this can be used early on. Again, because we play Domain, but for 1 and a green, you can discard it. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle, and you gain 3 life. So it's a good way to hit your land drops early, but if you draw it late in the game, you create a 3/3 green beast creature token for each basic land type among other lands you control. So you basically are creating 5 3/3s, which can help you stabilize the board for sure. We have 2 Cityscape Levelers, trample when you cast this spell, and whenever Cityscape Leveler attacks, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a tap Power Stone token, unearth for 8. This is kind of like our top end. Obviously very good when it enters, very annoying to deal with. And then if you have a Jin down, well, you're just winning at that point, right? Because you get 2. We also have 2 Portals to Phyrexia, which, again, with Jin, you're getting 2. When it enters, the opponent sacrifices 3 creatures at the beginning of your upkeep. Put target creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It's a Phyrexian in addition to its other types. And then we also have 1 Blade Coil Serpent. So since we're running Domain, we can use all these modes. Basically it says when it enters the battlefield, for each double blue, draw a card. For each double black, opponent discards. For each double red, it gets +1/+0 and gains Trample and Haste until the end of turn. And then at our very, very top end, we have Brilliant Restoration, which is return all artifacts and enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, everything. Ideally, we go through the game. We have a bunch of stuff in the graveyard. We're discarding with Bitter Reunion. We're discarding with Fable of the Mirrorbreaker. We're discarding with the Celestis. And, you know, we're cycling through our deck. We're getting all these big things into the bin. And then we just hit them with a Brilliant Restoration and end the game on the spot. So, yeah, that's the deck. It's fun when it pops off. It's not fun when you just get beaten down by aggro or countered by mono blue. But it definitely is a good time, and I think we have some games in here that you will enjoy. So with that, let's jump into the games. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, please leave a like and a comment down below, and I'll see you in the video. Alright, we go first. We'll keep it. Got the draw with the Mender on 3. Alright. Drag to the bottom is going to be nice here. Going to be good for us later on. Hopefully they use a nice little removal spell on this Circuit Mender. We'll Sunset Revelry here in a sec. Oh, alright. So they don't have the removal required. Could drag all of this, and our Circuit Mender would live, actually. Which is kind of funny. Alright. I don't want the sleeper to get too out of control. You lack the toughness required, my friend. Alright, we'll block here and draw a card. Looking for another land so we can get the Mightstone and the Weakstone down. Ooh, there's Urza. We have no blue, fortunately. We do have a Flesh Gorger. Get that out on the battlefield. I'm going to use the Revelry to draw next turn because we missed our land drop, which is not very good. Yeah, because here's the Invoke Despair. Gives us a good draw. Mightstone and Weakstone for 2 more? I think so. Okay. Good life gain here as well. We need to find a solution to shoulder it eventually. This gives us a good Revelry. So we can Union of the Third Path and then Revelry here next turn. And then play the land after all that. Alright, underdog to hand size. Ooh. Alright, we'll play our blue source. We're at 6 next turn. Well, we don't have Jin mana yet because we need 2 blue. So, I guess we play Urza. Or, we could play Revelry, actually. Let's do that instead. There we go. Back to 21. Okay. No big deal. Let's go for a draw here. What? Okay. What was that? What was that? Oh, hilarious. Alright, 7, 8, 9. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to wait one more turn. I kind of think we just... Let's hold up Binding, actually. And then next turn we'll play a land and meld. Alright. That's got to get off the battlefield. Alright, let's go plus.
This is the legacy of the Thran.
Great, 2 blockers.
My army never tires.
See if they have the other Despair. Oh, Takenuma. That's not Despair. Alright. We go plus. Drag takes care of all this. And then we'll plus again.
Ramp up production immediately.
I think we'll draw 2 and discard. Ooh.
Everything falls into place.
They're also good. Alright. Let's get Fable down. Then Celestus. Then Bankbuster. Then next. Alright. Go for the throat. There's 1 Blitz. Okay. We'll play Jin next turn. That's a good card. Except we have no green, actually, hilariously enough. So let's go for a artifact, instants, and sorceries cost 2 less to cast. Let's draw 2. There's our green mana.
Another predictable
Okay,
outcome.
we'll play Jin. And I think we will write 2 blocks.
2 more pieces fall into place.
And the turn there. Got Flesh Gorger on 7. So we can ultimate Urza here. Draw a card. Our turn. I guess we herd migration. Look for a blue source. Brotherhood's End. That just kills everything. So I think artifacts and planeswalkers. Don't like that. Let's exile this. Take 7 for it. And then we can just +2 to gain 2 life back.
This is the
Play Joint Exploration ×2. Ooh, Karn. We'll take Karn. Destroy Evil. Yeah, probably good eventually. We'll take that as well. And let's draw with the Bankbuster and see what we get. Another Brotherhood's End. Alright, we'll play another Fable. We'll play Karn. We'll click the plus button. And then we'll attack in with Jin.
Still have secrets to uncover.
Alright, they give up their Gex. End the turn there. If they pump that above 4, we can just destroy Evil. There's a Blitz. There's another Blitz. Okay.
You've made a critical error.
Alrighty then. They draw 2. 1 mana left. They can pump the Shadow to 3. So we're attacking in with the Buster here. Ooh. We'll toss the Brotherhood's End. And let's go find something fun with Dig Up. That's fun. What else do we have in here? Let's see. Nothing crazy in the bin. We could get a Flesh Gorger back with our Graveyard Shift. We have 8 mana. We can do it instant speed, so we can get 2 things back. I like that. Oops. Let's gain 2 life here. We could just slam Portal.
Immediately. The next experiment begins.
Could slam Portal for 5. Ooh, that is so tempting. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Geometric perfection.
No, so it would be 1. We have 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So we'd have 6 open. We could still Graveyard Shift. So we'll go like this. Is that 5? Yeah. Oh yes. It's all coming together now. So that's 2, 4, 5. I think we have lethal here, unfortunately, because this was going to be fun, but I guess we do go for it, huh? I wanted to get my copy of Graveyard Shift. Oh well. A win's a win. Fauna goes first. No green, but we do have the Celestis and we have a Thran Spider, so we'll keep. Are we going to live that long is the question. Sunset Revelry should help with that. Okay. Brotherhood's End is going to be nice here. We'll Revelry. Next turn we'll play Celestis. Or we could just play the Spider, right? Okay. Down to 18, not the worst. I think we Celestis for the ramp potential. And then we just Brotherhood's End. Ooh, this is gonna be brutal. Block the 2 damage. Kill them all. Get down more ramp. Ha! Not my token. Alright, they do have another Swift Spear, unfortunately. And a land. Alright. Get the Mender out. I think we also just play the Bank Buster. Next turn we can go Spider and hold up Go for the Throat. Drawing a card off the Mender isn't the worst either. Alright, Squee comes back, so we are blocking that. Don't tell me you know attack. Anger, okay. Send in Squee. Down to 10. Ooh. Flesh Gorger though. Hmm. I think we just draw here. Let's look for a land, so we do it now. Alright, that works too. Oh. I think I'll block with the, Oh, they had enough for Squee again? Bad lad. Alright, get rid of Squee. Let's draw a card. Other Mender, it's pretty good. Go for the Throat, an option. Also draw, also Urza. I think we just actually get Urza down. So I don't know how they're gonna kill it. Everything is nice and cheap now. Nice. Alright. Well, going first. No blue mana, feels bad. But, and we also don't have mana for any of this. We're going first though, so hopefully we can get into the Might Stone and the Weak Stone here. Okay. Let's search up another red source. Yeah. If this is soldiers, we'll want that, but it looks like it's more control-y. So I think we just kill their Bank Buster. Should make them pretty unhappy. Veteran. And a voice. Oh. Secretly Lifegain, huh? Alright. I've got all the answers. Alright, let's draw 2 here. There's our other blue. Huh?
I've learned much during my travels.
We go wide.
Keep watch for intruders.
Let's get Tezzeret onto the field. They can kill us here. Or they can kill Tezzeret here.
I'll have what I want.
I think we go for the draw 2.
Has no
Not going to discard an artifact. 1 and 2. Alright. Okay.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Can't save Tezzeret, unfortunately.
No, it's personal.
It is personal. I will avenge you.
You still know nothing of my dreams.
An announcement. Well, I think we'll destroy evil onto that. Bankbuster of our own. Let's play Jin. Then play 2 Bankbusters. Double the draw, double the fun. Don't be tempted to try and kill Jin now. You won't be able to do it. Oh baby, the value. Alright, let's crew up. I may have to -5 on the Overseer. When it goes wider.
To me.
Alright. Is it my turn? Alright, we get a draw. It's fine. Fable. Pretty good. Let's draw with the Buster here. The land. That was untapped, that would have been nice. Drop the Fable. I think we'll need to chump with the token here. They just send in these two.
Your training.
They send it all. Alright, let's draw here and see what we get. Exploration. Let's use this. Proxy and go for the throat, huh? Proxy for Brotherhood's End, though. Not the worst. Alright. Like that. Block the most damage then. Alright, there's a land. Here's Proxy. For Brotherhood's End. 3 damage.
Back to
Beautiful.
wandering.
Draw a card. And a Mending. Okay. Probably would have chosen the Bank Buster here, if I were them. Another veteran. Okay. And a voice. Sure. See what we draw first. Alright. It's good for later. Right now, let's kill the Voice of the Blessed before it can do anything too crazy. Good draw for them. We'll go Mending here. Hopefully we find some good artifacts we can toss in the bin. Ooh. Destroy Evil gets back our borrowed time, or our Jin. How good is that? Not really super good without a Brilliant Restoration or another spell. I think we'll toss it. Here's a land. So right now we get back Proxy. We get back a Might Stone and a Weak Stone. Alright. Let's wait. We'll crew the Buster and see if they kill it, and hopefully we can get that back too. Alright, another Buster for them. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I think we're forced into Restoration this turn. Yeah, for sure. Alright. Draw 2. There's the Farewell. So we can start digging with the spider as well. No need to Farewell quite yet. Let's be patient. Ooh. Brotherhood's End. Interesting. Let's pass the turn. We should be able to dig twice with the spider here. Then we'll block with everything and then farewell next turn. Okay. Only one. Okay.
I hope you're ready to lose.
Yeah.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Anything else? Alright. Let's activate. Hopefully this prompts another kill spell. Then we can just farewell and be in a very good spot. Buster? Yep, I'll take that. There you go. There you go. Another buster. Alright, cool. So we'll do artifacts, creatures, enchantments, leave graveyards. And we've got 2 busters to play. Actually, no. We've got 4 busters. Let's draw with them this turn, and then we'll play this next one next turn. And also in case they have... Well... No, they would need... Yeah, they would need 2 spells to farewell.
If a fight's coming, I'll be on the front lines. You're safe now.
Get a borrowed time. Alright. Ooh. That's pretty good. We'll save that for now. The cycle land. Alright.
Let your blade do the talking.
Toss this. Seiju. We're more likely just to let this through. And we Brotherhood's End and kill everything. Nope. Alright. Take care of it.
I'm never done.
Once
Play this
I've
other
rested,
buster.
I'll be back.
I wonder what happens if... Go like this. Oh. Oops. I guess that doesn't work. Oh, now we know.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end it. I am almost sad to see you go. Years of training for this.
Oh, they did hit graveyards. Unfortunate. Damn, that sucks. So we would have had to get rid of the borrowed time before they cast the farewell for the Jin to counter it. Right? Because whenever it's cast, it's supposed to issue that. Alright, 25 cards left for opponent. We'll save drag until this flips. Keep this land for the next trigger. Okay. Staggering them. We'll get 2 draws here. And then we have up the Leyline Binding if we need it. Most likely we'll just take the hits until this other one flips and then we'll drag it all. Alright, down to 10. Bird migration, though. Let's wait. It's gonna draw through here. Huh? So we'll cycle the tower here. And then do we cycle this as well? Yeah, probably. Nice. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's a card. Alright, let's go for a drag here. Resolves. Very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So discard 1. Discard 2. Discard 3. Draw 1. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 5. Oh, whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll play the Timeless Lotus. Okay, another drag. Attack. Do we play the Lotus though? What if they farewell again? Whatever. Get the draw. Another migration, toss the land. Okay. They're gonna need another farewell here. Alright, let's just get down a herd migration. Make them deal with this first. And then we'll hold back the leveler. And they're out! I did have fun. Opponent first. No white mana for the mending, but we've got the spider and top end leveler. Now we've got the draw. And the land ramp as well. Not the worst. I think we'll want some binding next turn, so maybe we'll just joint here. What does that do? Okay. Oh, we need a white source. Let's look for it here. Another land, no. Shift, no. That will work. And there's a white. Alright. I think we actually go for the spider here. Next turn we can herd migration and then also binding. No blocks onto that. Ooh, and go for the throat as well. Alright. So we migration. Let's find a... We have black already. Find a white source. Leyline binding for 1. And then go for the throat available. Okay. We'll save this. I think we Faithful Mending here. Ooh. And Destroy Evil. Pretty good against them. Get the cruelty down, chapter 1. What a good find. And then we'll go for a drag to the bottom. Okay. Drag to the bottom here and then Destroy Evil onto the Elder. Drag to the bottom. Wow, they block with the greeters. Ooh. Go ahead and take their silver back. Here comes the leveler. Alright, going first, we've got Bankbuster, Celestis, Brotherhood's End eventually. May as well play tap first. I think we'll go Bankbuster, and then we'll go either Gorger or Celestis, depending on what colors they're playing. I think it'll be Celestis here. Lets us get the white mana we need for the draw. Ooh. Could also just play Garden and draw with Buster. I think we do that. Huh. Next turn, Celestis and Briefcase, I think. I'll wait till this flips for Brotherhood's End. We want maximum effect. Alright, 2 lands in the bin. Childred here would be unfortunate. There it is. Of course. Huh? Alright, so we union here. Another Gorger. Land. Huh? Drag to the bottom would be probably our best possible top deck. I mean, I feel like they should just attack in with everything. Really? Interesting. Sweep it all up. Okay. I'll probably go joint exploration here. Try and find a shoulder dancer. I'm guessing they invoke despair. Okay. Let's see what we draw first. Prison Besage, not quite it. There's a drag. Alright, so we do block. Down to 9. I think we'll want to block the blitz here. Oh, they don't blitz. Alright. Into a harvester. Sure. Oh, did they change where the stops? That's annoying. Alright, let's put a stop there. I thought they were over here. But I wanted to put a stop before draw so we could draw with the Bankbuster, and then potentially discard 2. So they burn us for 3 here if they attack in with everything. I want to take all that, so we'll block here. Okay. Huh. So many underdogs. Alright, let's draw first. The land. Briefcase. The Revelry. Alright, here's Jin. Eight life next turn if Jin lives. That's a good sign. Ooh, even better. Alright. Block here, block here, block here. Jenny G. Good thing we have Sunset. Otherwise, it would be in a bit of a pickle. Alright. Decline. Ooh. Back to 10 we go. Love to see it. We could drop Cruelty on them and get Shouldered out. Let's do that. We'll keep this for cycle, I think. Yeah. And a toss to the Celestus. Got him. On it first. I think we'll keep. Revelry can help us in the early game. Herd Migration as well to hit our land. We'll lead with the green source, since they're not playing something that I think is very aggressive. This is probably a Teferi deck. Urtai in the bin. Alright. So we'll want to find a red source since we have blue, black, and white here. Go for the spider. No counters, feels good. We can go Mightstone and Weakstone next turn. Interesting. Kill it. Okay. Farewell seems quite nice. Let's see. I think we'll just activate Spider and Farewell next turn. Although now they have the Urtai, which is not good. We'll need to get that out first. Ooh, they go Puppeteer. Okay. Tezzeret. Let's do it now, while they don't have the mana to do anything about it. So we'll go Creatures, Enchantments, Graveyards. And we'll pay 5. And we'll just cycle this here. Okay. Tezzeret next turn. They probably Urtai it. Flesh Gorger for 3, keeping up Urtai. Okay. Hmm. Short. Looks like we'll be taking 8 for the foreseeable future. Urtai last card. Alright, so we want to get them to counter Tezzeret here.
Once my partner's plan is complete, I'll have what I want. I made this one especially for you.
And they're holding on to that Urtai. This is very good, though. And Diabolic Intent? Yeah, we want both of those. We want the binding on the top, though. We'll block all with the Might Stone and Weak Stone in the tokens. Alright, they draw. Hopefully they attack in, and then they Urtai to try and save the Flesh Gorger. Alright. They're hanging on to it. Interesting.
My next breakthrough is close.
Okay. We get to draw a card. Nothing good in the bin yet. We'll end the turn there. I think we want to keep Tezzeret around, so we'll go binding onto Urtai. If they invoke Disparis, we give them the Bitter Reunion. Double Urtai so they legend rule. Sure. Oh no, they don't. Cheeky. Alright. Well, see if they have a counter for this. Well, guess not. I'll take those Flesh Gorgers now, please. Okay. Thank you. We'll keep this in case we find a Celestus. Alright. Never-ending supply of Flesh Gorgers. Alright, welcome back to the post-game deck overview. That was all the artifacts. As you would probably expect, Well, actually, we had a 53% win rate, which is kind of surprising. On the play, 70% on the draw 40. We lose pretty hard to Izzet 0 and 4, mainly because of counter spells. We can't resolve anything, and then they just bully us. But yeah, so these are the versions. We went 4 and 2 with the most recent version, where we added in 4 bitter unions because I felt like we needed more draw. And we removed 1 briefcase, 1 spider, Spirit Sister's Call, which we used to run, and 1 leyline binding. And yeah, played it for about an hour. I mean, there's no point really talking about the matchups because like this deck is just pure jank. But yeah, it was pretty fun to play. We basically started off, or we finished where we started, because we went from 92% Mythic down to what, like 90, 91. Yeah, the last play session was pretty good. Apart from these 2 losses here. Yeah, it's a fun deck to play. We got to pop off at some points. Definitely not as fun as the original 150 card Prismatic Bridge nonsense that we were playing. That was peak fun because we had Professor Onyx in there. We had all of our instants and sorceries. It was a good time. But this one is okay. This one's okay. I think there's more that could be done to kind of optimize it. Right now we're just throwing in like all artifacts pretty much. But I'd like to perhaps focus more on Jin, maybe add more Jins in there, and then more discard and draw effects so we can get Jin in the graveyard, and then maybe more reanimation type spells to focus more on reanimating Jin earlier in the game, to then capitalize off being able to copy our artifacts. So maybe we'll revisit that at some point. But for now, that was the deck. Those were the games. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of jank right before the holidays. If you did, please leave a like and a comment down below, and I will see you in the next video.